Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Check 53. I got you.
They'll run on first down. Benjamin. Space to maneuver at the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line.
Rip left, rip left. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. I got to go.
Murray now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
You go take. You got take.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
12. It's our time.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. It's caught by OBJ. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Odell Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now Hundley. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Hundley. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. Not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Wilson on the keeper, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. To throw on 2nd and 6. Hundley And he's got his man on the out route. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And some room to work. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
Fielded about a yard deep. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Under 10.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. They go play action now. Wilson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
That's how we do it, baby.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. It's a party.
Here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
43. It's just me and you.
Check.
43 is the mic.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin with a run by Penny, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, watch the ball,
Here's Wilson throwing again, buying time to his left. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Prater for the extra point. Now the Cardinals second. So as they take it over, we step aside. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now Rashad Penny. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 25 on 2nd down, Hundley, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
This is Penny. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5 now. Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that makes it a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Get him! Jam it!
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, 0.
They go play action with Wilson. Going for the deep ball. It got his man complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Clear.
From the gun, a give to Penny. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
14. Good touch.
Wilson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Let's go. Interception, baby. Let's go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
It's a gain of 6.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Started to look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 14-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Back to throw.
53.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Go.
Slam.
Hey, alert. Hey, easy. Touch time.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. To throw is Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. On first down, Jefferson. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. From the 25 on second down, Hundley going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
They'll set up a throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, 5, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
The kick is good. Makes the score Seahawks 41, Cardinals 19.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He gets it to Brown, complete. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Hundley. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. away. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Hundley. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. 53's the mic.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Night, sweetheart. Check.
Hundley going to throw for it. That's caught. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Phillips, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. Wilson, he's going to wind up and air it out. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
53's the mic. 53, go. So don't say nothing. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
You ain't doing nothing today.
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Check, guys. 4 down, 4 down. All go special. All go special.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Alert flare. Alert flare. Hop on.
On first down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Mike. Hey, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On second down now, Jefferson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 2nd down and goal. Hundley. And this one's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Philip Dorsett with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he is going to be taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. He'll take it at the 42. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Rip right.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st. They keep it with Penny on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that one will be accepted. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. They'll try the sneak. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line. And the lead is going to stay right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Got it. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's taken down inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. That's going to be caught. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Switch.
They'll try to run this one in. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
4 yards brings up 4th down and goal.
Check, echo. Check, 53's Mike. Watch the stretch, Mike.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Check.
They'll run with Penny. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Come on.
I'll go special.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and it happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Wilson. Jordan Reed has it, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
A good pickup there at 22. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Check. Crunch. Keep playing.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking. No hesitation. don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I'ma run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.